Imagine this: a bustling luxury hotel lobby, the kind where chandeliers sparkle like diamonds and the air smells of fresh lilies and expensive cologne. But in the midst of it all, a sharp crack echoes through the marble halls, a slap so loud it silences the chatter. The victim, a handsome single dad, his face stinging from the impact delivered by none other than the hotel's fierce female manager. Little does she know, he's not just any guest. He's the secret owner, and in just 9 minutes, he's about to turn her world upside down by firing the entire staff. If that doesn't hook you, stick around, because this story of betrayal, redemption, and unexpected passion will have you on the edge of your seat. By the end, you'll be inspired to rise above your own challenges. And hey, if you love stories like this that blend heart-pounding drama with real-life lessons, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. Let's dive in. His name was Alex Harper, a 38-year-old widower with piercing blue eyes that could melt steel and a jawline chiseled from years of quiet determination. Life hadn't been kind to Alex. 3 years ago, he'd lost his wife Elena to a sudden illness, leaving him to raise their 5-year-old daughter, Lily, alone. Elena had been his rock, his partner in building their empire, a chain of boutique hotels scattered across the country. After her death, Alex stepped back from the spotlight, letting trusted managers run the day. Today, while he focused on being the dad Lily needed, but whispers of mismanagement at his flagship property, the Grand Vista Hotel in downtown Miami, had pulled him out of hiding. Disguised as a regular guest, he checked in to investigate anonymously. What he uncovered would change everything. The hotel was a vision of opulence: velvet curtains framing ocean views, plush king-sized beds with Egyptian cotton sheets, and a spa where guests could indulge in massages that left them feeling reborn. But beneath the glamour, rot festered. Staff skimmed from the registers, ignored guest complaints, and worst of all, the manager, Victoria Reyes, ruled with an iron fist wrapped in silk. Victoria was a force of nature, 32 years old, with cascading dark hair, curves that turned heads, and a fiery temperament that both intimidated and intrigued. She'd climbed the ranks through sheer ambition, but power had corrupted her. Rumors said she flirted with wealthy guests for tips, manipulated schedules to favor her favorites, and berated anyone who crossed her. Alex arrived late one evening, Lily in tow, her tiny hand clutching his as they approached the check-in desk. He wore a simple button-down shirt that hugged his broad shoulders, jeans that accentuated his athletic build, and a baseball cap to hide his identity. "Reservation for Harper," he said calmly, handing over fake ID. The clerk, a young man named Jake, barely looked 12. "Enjoy your stay." No warmth, no eye contact. Already red flags waved in Alex's mind. That night, as Lily slept soundly in the adjoining room, Alex couldn't shake the unease. He wandered the halls, noting the dim lighting in corridors, the unattended bar where drinks sat warm, and the whispers of staff gossiping about cutting corners to pocket more. But it was the next morning that everything exploded. Lily, excited for breakfast, spilled her juice in the dining area. A simple accident, but Victoria, overseeing the shift, stormed over like a hurricane. "Watch your kid," she snapped at Alex, her eyes flashing with irritation. Alex knelt to clean it up, apologizing softly, but Victoria wasn't done. "People like you think you can trash the place because you're on vacation. Get out of my sight." Humiliation burned in Alex's chest, but he bit his tongue for Lily's sake. Later that day, he overheard Victoria in the manager's office, her voice sultry and commanding as she flirted with a supplier over the phone, negotiating kickbacks. It was the last straw. He needed proof, so he scheduled a private meeting under the guise of a dissatisfied guest. "I want to speak to the manager about compensation." He texted the front desk. Victoria agreed, meeting him in a secluded conference room. She entered like a queen, her tight pencil skirt hugging her hips, blouse unbuttoned just enough to reveal a hint of lace beneath. "What seems to be the problem, Mr. Harper?" she purred, leaning against the table, her perfume, a mix of jasmine and spice, wafting toward him. Alex felt an unwelcome spark. She was undeniably attractive, her confidence magnetic, but he pushed it aside. "The service here is abysmal. Staff are rude, rooms are subpar, and you're overcharging for mediocrity." Her laugh was low and throaty. "Is that so? Well, if you don't like it, leave." When he pressed further, mentioning specific issues like the missing amenities in his suit, her temper flared. "You have no idea who you're talking to," she hissed, stepping closer, her breath warm on his face. In a flash of rage, her hand swung, slapping him hard across the cheek. The sting was sharp, but the shock was deeper. No one had ever dared touch him like that. Alex's eyes darkened, his hand touching the red mark. "You just made a big mistake," he said quietly. Victoria smirked. "Security, escort this man out." But as guards approached, Alex pulled out his phone. "Call the board. Tell them Alex Harper is here." Confusion rippled through the room. Victoria's face paled as realization dawned. "You're the owner." 9 minutes later, after a frantic call to confirm his identity, the entire staff gathered in the lobby. Alex stood tall, Lily holding his hand, her innocent eyes wide. "This hotel was built on integrity, on treating people like family," he began, his voice steady but laced with emotion. "But you've turned it into a den of thieves and tyrants." He fired them all, one by one, starting with Victoria. Her eyes filled with tears, a mix of anger and regret. "Please, Mr. Harper, I have reasons." As the lobby emptied, Alex felt a pang of doubt. Was this too harsh? Lily tugged his sleeve. "Daddy, are we okay?" He scooped her up, hugging her tight. "We will be, sweetie." But Victoria lingered, approaching him hesitantly. "I didn't know. I'm sorry." Her vulnerability cracked her tough exterior, revealing a woman burdened by her own struggles. A single mom herself, fighting to provide for her son after a messy divorce. The slap, a knee-jerk reaction from years of being undermined by men in power. Alex paused, seeing echoes of his own pain in her eyes. "Why did you let it get this bad?" he asked. Over coffee in the empty lounge, she confessed. Pressure from upper management, or so she thought. Personal debts, and a toxic work culture she'd inherited. "I became the monster I hated," she admitted, her hand brushing his accidentally, sending a jolt through them both. The chemistry was undeniable, her softness contrasting his strength, her fire igniting something dormant in him. In the days that followed, Alex didn't just rebuild the hotel, he rebuilt lives. He rehired select staff who showed remorse, implementing training on empathy and ethics. Victoria, demoted but not discarded, worked under his guidance. Their interactions grew charged. Late-night strategy sessions where glances lingered, her laughter softening his grief. One evening, as rain pounded the windows, she touched his arm. "Thank you for seeing me, not just the mistake." He pulled her close, their kiss tentative at first, then passionate, bodies pressing together in a release of pent-up emotion. Her curves fit perfectly against him, her moans soft as they explored each other, the hotel's empty suite becoming their sanctuary. But challenges arose. Lily struggled with the changes, missing her routine. "Is she your girlfriend now, Daddy?" she asked one night, jealousy flickering. Alex balanced fatherhood with this budding romance, teaching Lily about forgiveness. Victoria faced backlash from former colleagues, but Alex stood by her, his support unwavering. Together, they transformed the Grand Vista. Guest satisfaction soared, profits tripled, and the staff became a true team. Months later, as Alex proposed to Victoria on the hotel's rooftop, overlooking the twinkling city, he reflected on that fateful slap. It wasn't just revenge, it was rebirth. "Life knocks us down," he whispered, slipping the ring on her finger, "but it's how we rise that defines us." Lily, now flower girl in their wedding plans, beamed. The hotel thrived, a symbol of second chances. And there you have it, a tale of slap heard round the lobby, leading to love, justice, and inspiration. If this story touched your heart, or made you think about your own comebacks, hit that like button right now and subscribe for more emotional roller coasters. What's your biggest comeback story? Drop it in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Wait, but you asked for a long story around 5,000 words. Let's expand this into a full narrative, diving deeper into emotions, characters, and steamy moments while keeping the pace engaging. For a video script, I'll continue in plain paragraphs. Alex Harper's life before that slap was a carefully constructed facade of control. Widowed at 35, he'd thrown himself into fatherhood, waking at dawn to make Lily's favorite pancakes. Fluffy with blueberries, just like Alina used to. Elena's memory haunted him, her gentle smile, the way she'd trace his tattoos with her fingers after long days. Those tattoos, a compass on his chest for direction, a lily for his daughter, were hidden under suits now, symbols of a man who'd lost his way. The hotels were Elena's dream. She designed the Grand Vista Spa, insisting on sensual oils and dim lights for ultimate relaxation. After her death, Alex distanced himself, trusting others to uphold her vision. But reports of declining reviews pulled him back. Checking in incognito, Alex felt like a spy in his own kingdom. Lily bounced excitedly, her pigtails swinging. "Is this our hotel, Daddy?" she whispered. "Shit's a secret adventure," he replied, winking. The room was lavished, a king bed with silk sheets that begged to be tangled in, a jacuzzi tub overlooking the beach. But the minibar was understocked, towels threadbare, small signs of neglect. Victoria Reyes was the enigma. Born in a tough Miami neighborhood, she'd fought for every opportunity. Her ex-husband left her with a 2-year-old son, Mateo, and mountains of debt. Managing the Grand Vista was her lifeline, but the pressure twisted her. She compensated with allure, red lipstick that accentuated her full lips, heels that clicked authoritatively. Staff feared her outbursts but admired her efficiency. Deep down, she craved respect, not just desire. Their first real encounter was electric. After Lily's spill, Alex's apology was met with Victoria's scorn. "Clean it up yourself," she said, her eyes raking over him appraisingly. He noticed her then, the way her uniform strained against her breasts, the subtle sway of her hips as she walked away. "Damn," he muttered, shaking his head. The investigation deepened. Alex posed as a businessman, chatting with bartenders who confessed to diluting drinks. One night he found Victoria in the bar, nursing a martini alone. "Rough day?" he asked, sliding onto the stool beside her. She eyed him suspiciously. "You again? What do you want?" Their conversation flowed, banter turning flirtatious. "You run this place like a dictatorship," he teased. She laughed, her guard slipping. "Someone has to. Men like you come and go, leaving chaos." Her hand grazed his thigh accidentally, or was it? Heat flared between them, but the slap shattered the tension. In that conference room, her frustration boiled over. "You're just another entitled prick," she spat before striking. The pain was physical, but the betrayal cut deeper. This was his hotel, his legacy. Calling the board, he revealed himself. Chaos ensued. Staff begged, Victoria pleaded. "My son, I need this job." Tears streamed down her face, mascara smudging, making her look vulnerable, almost fragile. Firing them was cathartic but empty. Alone in the lobby, Alex cradled Lily. Why were they mean? "Daddy," she asked, "sometimes people forget to be kind," he said, his voice cracking. Victoria returned the next day, hat in hand. "Give me a chance to explain." Over lunch, she bared her soul. Abusive ex, financial ruin, the temptation of easy money. "I slapped you because you reminded me of him challenging me." Alex saw her pain mirror his own. "I lost my wife. I know about breaking." Their bond grew. Victoria helped rebuild her ideas, innovatives, sensual couples retreats with candlelit dinners, massages that bordered on erotic. Working late, tension simmered. One night in the spa, she demonstrated a new oil. "Feel this," she said, rubbing it on his arm. Their eyes locked. He pulled her in, lips crashing, her body pressed against his, soft and yielding. "Alex," she moaned as his hands explored her curves, unbuttoning her blouse to reveal lace bra. They tumbled onto a massage table, passion igniting. Her nails raked his back, his mouth trailing kisses down her neck to her breasts. She arched, gasping as he entered her, their rhythm urgent, bodies slick with oil. Climax came in waves, leaving them breathless. Challenges tested them. Lily felt neglected, throwing tantrums. "I miss Mommy." Alex spent nights reassuring her, integrating Victoria slowly. Family picnics where laughter healed. Victoria's ex resurfaced, demanding custody. Alex hired lawyers standing by her. "We're in this together." The hotel reborn, themed nights with live music, staff empowered. Alex and Victoria's wedding was intimate on the beach at sunset. Lily tossed petals, Mateo as ring bearer. From a slap to forever, Alex toasted. The message: forgiveness unlocks strength, love conquers pain. As the sun set on their wedding day, Alex reflected on the journey. It started with that slap, a moment of raw emotion that exposed cracks in both their worlds. Victoria, now Harper, nestled against him, her wedding dress flowing like waves. "I never thought I'd find love again," she whispered, her hand on his chest, fingers tracing the compass tattoo. "You pointed me home," he replied, kissing her deeply. Flashback to the rebuilding phase weeks after the firings. The hotel was a ghost town. Alex rolled up his sleeves, cleaning rooms himself, by fluffing pillows, her giggles echoing. Victoria showed up uninvited. "Let me prove myself." Skeptical, Alex assigned her menial tasks, scrubbing floors, restocking bars. But her insights shone. Add aphrodisiac chocolates to minibars for romance packages. Their collaboration sparked ideas and sparks. One steamy afternoon in the laundry room, sorting linens, she brushed against him. "Oops," she said coyly. He pinned her against the dryer, the heat matching their desire. "You drive me crazy." he growled, lifting her skirt, hands caressing her thighs. She wrapped legs around him, their quickie frantic, moans muffled by kisses. Afterward, tangled in sheets, they laughed. "This is crazy," she said. But right, emotional depth surfaced. Alex visited Elena's grave, confessing his feelings. "She's good for us, love." Lily bonded with Matteo, playdates turning into sibling love. Challenges a rival hotel poached staff, but Alex's loyalty program retained talent. Victoria's confidence grew, her sensuality blooming. Nights of slow lovemaking, exploring each other's bodies with tenderness. The inspiring end, the grand vista became a beacon. Guests left reviews praising the heart in service. Alex's message, one slap can end a chapter or start a new one. Choose renewal. Victoria added, embrace your fire, it can warm or burn. Choose wisely. If this epic tale of slap, sex, and salvation moved you, like and subscribe for more.